I wanted to make a review video just to tie everything together, just to repeat a few things and make sure you guys really know what you're doing with this thing. So it's something that actually helps you and makes running your off-season competition a lot easier, because I know how much of an animal that can be. So again, make sure you're setting things up ahead of time, putting your short form competition names here in the left-hand column of Do Not Touch, so that the drop-down menus show them. Have the long form name of the competition, so it shows up on top of your sheet when you select the competition you want to look at. When you're in the data input sheet, obviously you got to have everybody's name inputted, and again, this is set up to work with up to 104 players, which is more than you would ever need, which is good. Make sure that this top row that has the competition names is the exact same as the ones here in Do Not Touch, and just make sure it's in the exact same order as well, just so everything, again, is lining up properly and you're actually looking at the data that you want to look at. After you have inputted your data and you're looking at a competition and making decisions and awarding points, we want to make sure that we have adjusted the conditions, whether it's a lifting competition and highest wins, or if it's sprinting competition and the lowest wins. Make sure that you are toggling through those, so you're getting the actual correct rank. You're actually getting the fastest team and not the slowest team, and that way you're choosing the correct winners for your matchups and giving points to the right people. And then after you are done inputting the data, looking at the competition, and you've got that figured out, then you can look at the position rankings and you can start to sort that stuff out. Whether, again, largest to smallest or smallest to largest, you need to manually do that. I didn't have a faster way to do it. One little trick and point: if somebody gets a 0, like they actually get a 0, it's not because they have shoulder surgery and they can't bench press. We didn't want that to count against their team, which is why I set things up to show up blank if they get a 0 in the data input sheet. So let's say Jackrabbit 1 had shoulder surgery and they can't bench press. Either you can leave it blank or you can give them a 0, and it'll only show up blank here so it doesn't mess up the average. But let's say somebody, like some fat offensive lineman can't do a pull-up, and we have to give him a 0 for the competition because he couldn't do one. He got a 0, and we want that to actually count for their team average. You need to then override the formula that's actually in that box, and you need to physically put a 0 in the team competition. And then I don't know if you noticed on the top right, that actually lowered team 1's average, okay? But let's say the next week, that same person that got a 0 chin-ups actually got a score for a different competition. You just need to make sure that you drag the formula back over, and then when you put a number in, it will actually show up. If you put a 0 here and overrid this, that 1 would not have shown up, okay? If they get a 0 and you're looking at position rankings, another issue happens. So let's say Jackrabbit 6 got a 0 for whatever reason. Either he couldn't do the competition or he just got a 0 because of whatever happened, whether it was a disciplinary thing or he just couldn't do it and was not able to execute. And he gets a 0. When you rank from highest to lowest, it shouldn't be an issue. He should go to the bottom. But if it's lowest to highest, he'll go to the top. And obviously, we don't want him to be at the top and look like he got first place. So then you just need to manually highlight both his score and him, and then move him to the bottom, and then pull everything back up. So you just got to kind of maneuver some stuff around to make that work. Again, we put 0 in instead of a score, so then we would need to drag his formula back over for the next week in case he does actually get a score for his next competition. So that's just something else to be aware of. I think that about covers everything, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm hoping I covered most of it in this video, so you guys should be able to start using this when you need to, and it will actually help you and not cause problems. But if something comes along, just reach out to me, and I'm happy to help and make adjustments as needed, and we can go from there. Anyways, fellas, good luck with everything.